CBS is a bunch of liars, and we have receipts. I realize I should be used to this by now. I shouldn't get so worked up, but holy cow, this makes me mad. CBS aired live coverage of Donald Trump's press conference at Bedminster, in which they had anchor Nancy Cordes call out the several lies that Trump was telling about Kamala Harris. Here's the thing, Nancy. We have the internet, and a very brief search of said internet led us to several videos that quickly debunked your claims that Donald Trump was lying. Here is what aired on CBS on the TV, and then they posted it to their official Twitter account. Watch this, and then, again, we have receipts.
Former President Donald Trump is still holding a press conference at his golf club in New Jersey right now to deliver what he billed as economic remarks, but really he's been using that framework of the economy to make a series of untrue claims about his opponent, Kamala Harris. For instance, he said that she wants to turn America into a communist country. He said she wants to get rid of private health care, and he said she wants to abolish coal, oil, and natural gas. None of that is true.
None of that is true. Oh, yeah, Nancy? Well, she's turning it into a communist country. She wants to eliminate private health care and abolish all natural or fossil fuels, all of that stuff. Okay, all of the things that Nancy just said, let's go through them one by one. First, let's start off with the fossil fuel. This is Kamala Harris talking very briefly, very short clip, but we'll work our way up to the big grand, oh, shoot, Nancy, you turned out you got that wrong. Watch this and we'll continue.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So, yeah.
Okay, so right there, just really quick, no question she's in favor of banning fracking. Okay, so the most efficient way of getting fossil fuels out of the ground, Kamala Harris says absolutely not. But then here's another clip of her giving an interview talking about, well, what should people in this industry do? She says, well, you'll see. You should start looking for other jobs. Why would they need to do that?
What is the solution for voters who have jobs and interests in the fossil fuel industry?
Well, for the workers in that industry, we have to, we have to encourage that those industries do better in terms of giving the workers an ability to transition into the jobs of the future, such as renewable energy.
The workers have to be able to transition into renewable energy jobs. That sounds like a move towards not having fossil fuels if their jobs are not going to be there. But again, those can be not necessarily the hammer on the nail in terms of this particular issue. But what probably is Kamala Harris's support of the Green New Deal, which essentially said, hey, we're going to get rid of fossil fuels altogether, and this is going to help get us there. Well, did Kamala Harris support the Green New Deal? I don't know. You watch this clip and you tell me.
As President of the United States, I am prepared to get rid of the filibuster to pass a Green New Deal. I am offering a Green New Deal that has been described as one of the most aggressive and progressive.
Well, he's going to bring the Green New Deal up for a vote.
Yeah, I will vote for it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, she seems pretty emphatically in favor of the Green New Deal, which again effectively bans fossil fuels. So, Nancy, does that count for you saying, well, this is just blatantly not true? Let's take the second issue. She's trying to eliminate private healthcare, which again, Nancy said is not true. Well, let me see. What do you think about this particular clip where she's saying, hey, this single-payer system is gaining momentum?
As we talk about moving toward a single-payer system, I think that there is certainly momentum and energy around that.
Okay, as we talk about moving towards it, okay, maybe not exactly what you think in terms of hammer on the nail, but, well, fine. What about this particular clip with Jake Tapper, who pretty much gives her every opportunity to get out of this, but no, Kamala Harris doubles down on, again, what Nancy called Trump out for lying about.
To reiterate, you support the Medicare for All bill, I think initially co-sponsored by Senator Bernie Sanders. You're also a co-sponsor on it. I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance. So for people out there who like their insurance, they don't get to keep it?
Well, listen, the idea is that everyone gets access to medical care, and you don't have to go through the process of going through an insurance company, having them give you approval, going through the paperwork, all of the delay that may require. Who of us has not had that situation where you got to wait for approval and the doctor says, well, I don't know if your insurance company is going to cover this? Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Let's eliminate all of that. Again, talking about private health insurance. Wow, 2 for 2, Nancy. 2 for 2, CBS, you lying dum-dums. And the last one, and again, this is probably the most broad one. Kamala Harris wants to turn this into a communistic country. I get that's a little bit more difficult to nail down. But how's this for an example? Kamala Harris is going to give a speech about economics, but she put that speech out earlier in her economic plan, which is the first of plans that she's actually put out, in which she said this. Well, this is from Reason Magazine, quoting what Kamala Harris said. In a statement released last night, Harris's campaign said it would enact the first ever federal ban on price gouging, my quotes, not theirs, on food and groceries, setting clear rules of the road to make clear that big corporations can't unfairly exploit customers to run up excessive corporate profits on groceries and food. Price controls. Where have you heard that before? It was actually probably the free market countries that... No! It's the communist countries that do price controls. And by the way, I'm not even getting into the fact of how bad of an idea that is. All I'm saying is one of the hallmarks of communist countries is the government setting prices, the government controlling the market and not allowing free enterprise to participate. That's what a communist country is. So 3 for 3, CBS and Nancy, you lying liars and the lies that you like. What did she say again? I forget specifically what Nancy said on live TV, and then they reposted it, effectively doubling down on something this idiotic.
For instance, he said that she wants to turn America into a communist country. He said she wants to get rid of private health care. And he said she wants to abolish coal, oil, and natural gas. None of that is true.
None of that is true. Sure thing, Nancy, you lying dum-dum. I can't think of a word more aggressive than that. And look, I understand the term liar gets thrown around constantly, but as we've just shown, Kamala Harris has said exactly all of the things that Nancy claims, well, no, she doesn't stand for that. And look, maybe, well, let's even give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's changed her minds on things. Who would know? She hasn't done a freaking press conference or an interview to explain any of those massive flip-flops that she would have had to have for Nancy to actually be correct. I'm stealing a line from my friend Charlie Kirk here saying, you don't hate these people enough. And I'm very cautious about that. I don't like hating people. Maybe it's I hate their ideas. Maybe it's I hate their lying. But you don't hate the media enough. They will lie directly to your face and not feel a thing about it. These lying liars and the lies that they lie.